Hello, my name is Wojtek Hieser, and I would like to present preliminary results of the themis network study. This is how I look like, and I work at the National Institutes of Health. themis is an initiative within Odyssey which tries to specify stricter conventions for OMAP Common Data Model. There are multiple sub-work groups, and in one of the work groups, one of the goals is to standardize units for laboratory measurements. We have done a network study in order to get to real-world usage of some of the laboratory tests and laboratory units, and I will present the preliminary results of that. The study is in the study protocol sandbox in the themis folder, and in the extras folder, you will find a protocol for the study as well as the SQL code execution of the study, but most importantly, the partial results, which I'm going to briefly present. There are three. This was an AMIA submission, so this is also a summary for that AMIA submission call for updates. In the AMIA submission, we refer to three supplemental files. So in the first one, we show how many datasets participated in our study, and we have 14 datasets across the network, showing how many unit lab test pairs have been submitted by different sites, ranging from 19 unit measurement pairs to almost 2,700 by other sites. We provide two files where we view the themisUnits database. We hope to use the themisUnits database later on for Achilles heel checking for data quality. There are two views. One is for the pair of the unit and the test, and the other one where it's aggregated. I'm going to use the more detailed file. It is available on GitHub, but since I have to scroll to the right to show some of the columns to the right of the file, I'm going to switch to Excel view of exactly the same file. To show some of the preliminary results, for example, for a test erythrocyte sedimentation rate, we see a unit to be observed in real world as millimeter per hour. It's a LOINC type of test under concept ID under LOINC. We provide the LOINC ID for it, and it was observed in a total of 4 data sets. The file is organized that the top units, which we observe in most datasets, are listed on top, and then it decreases. When it hits the N of 2, that 2 datasets observe it, that's when we stop outputting the results. We don't output if the unit was observed only at a single site. For the particular combination of a lab test and a unit, we show some parameters such as the ratio within all the rows. About 71% of the results would be recorded in that unit. And it can range from 13% as the third percentile to 1 to all the rows would use that millimeter per hour within the data set. The columns which are shown in italic, these are shown in the aggregated view. So actually for this particular lab test, we don't see any other units. The number of qualifying units which were observed in at least 2 data sets, there was only 1 unit observed, indicating perfect agreement among sites. To show another example, I'm going to scroll to an example where we see more than 1 unit. For example, hemoglobin and gram per liter unit was observed at 2 sites. The median is 98%, so that's probably a prevailing unit for this lab test, the gram per deciliter. But we can see in those italic ones, which are the aggregated view, the supplemental 2 file, that we see in addition to grams per liter, there is a unit of grams per deciliter. And this is showing that grams per deciliter is at 4 sites, whereas grams per liter is at 2 sites, and the medians for that. I'm going to switch to some of the other results which were in the submitted abstract. In the submitted abstract, we try to show how many units were in SNOMAD and in LOINC. We also compared the results to 2 resources. One was a study by Hauser and at JAMIA, where he looked at conversion between tests, and we compared what we see in the themisUnits database compared to his work. And we also compared the themisUnits database to LOINC top 1,000 common lab tests. And in the publication, or in the poster abstract, we provide more details about that comparison. Finally, I would like to thank all the people who submitted results for the study. And if there are other sites interested in contributing to the database, I would welcome that submission. You can find the details how to participate again on this GitHub site.